Warning, this video contains content some viewers may find upsetting.
Welcome back. I'm Grim Jim the Underteller. I don't bury the dead, I tell the stories the living forget. Before we begin tonight's tale, I want to share the final words of a girl whose strength outlived her heartbeat. Her name was Omayra Sanchez. She was only 13, trapped, chest deep, in a muddy grave after a volcano swallowed her village in Colombia. For 60 hours she held on, singing, praying, and facing death with the kind of courage the living rarely understand. Her last words were simple and pure.
"Mommy, I love you," said the 13-year-old schoolgirl as her eyes darkened, not just from the murky water that soaked her small frame, but from the heartbreaking resignation that she would not survive. Imagine being trapped, helpless, while the world watches. This was the heartbreaking reality for 13-year-old Omayra Sanchez after the Nevado del Ruiz volcano erupted. On November 13, 1985, a lethal wall of mud, known as lahar, destroyed the Colombian town of Armero. Omayra spent 60 agonizing hours trapped beneath the debris of her family home. Emergency services worked tirelessly, but their efforts were in vain. Each attempt to pull her free caused more water to rise around her, risking drowning. And it soon became apparent that even if they amputated her legs to free her, they could not give her the life-saving care she would need to survive. The teen's calm demeanor transformed into complete agony as her eyes turned black. The scene captivated the world, as rescuers, photographers and journalists all took turns to comfort her. They brought her fizzy drinks and sweets, transforming her last hours into a shared moment of deep sorrow. Near the end of her life, her eyes reddened, her face swelled, and her hands whitened. A haunting photograph by Frank Fournier captured her just before she passed away. It later won the World Press Photo of the Year in 1986. This image encapsulated her suffering and humanity, causing deep discussions about the role of photojournalists in tragedy. Omayra tearfully addressed her family, begging for help while suffering. As she succumbed to her injuries, her last words echoed through the screens: "Pray so that I can walk, and for these people to help me. Mummy, I love you very much. Daddy, I love you. My brother, I love you." These words pierced the hearts of viewers globally. Omayra, in her terrifying situation, managed to stay upbeat for most of her entrapment. She filled her time by singing and engaging in interviews with reporters. However, by the third night she was hallucinating about her desire to return to school and worried about missing her math exam. Near the end of her life, her eyes became so bloodshot they appeared to be black, her face swelled, and her hands whitened. In her final hours, rescuers placed a tire around her body to keep her afloat. Sadly, Omayra Sanchez passed away on November 16, 1985. The New York Times reported the news of Sanchez's death accordingly. When she died at 9:45 a.m. today, she pitched backward in the cold water, an arm thrust out and only her nose, mouth and one eye remaining above the surface. Someone then covered her with a blue and white check tablecloth. Her mother, Maria Aleda, a dedicated nurse, learned about her daughter's death during an interview with Caracol Radio. As she listened, tears silently streamed down her face. The radio hosts asked their audience to observe a moment of silence in honor of the 13-year-old's tragic passing. In the aftermath, Aleda displayed remarkable strength and resilience, echoing her daughter's spirit. Omayra Sanchez's cause of death is believed to be either hypothermia or gangrene after enduring extreme conditions for nearly 60 hours. She was survived by her mother and brother, who had traveled to Bogotá for business prior to the eruption. Divers would later discover that the teenager's legs were pinned by a brick door with the arms of her deceased on holding onto them underneath the water. But even if they knew that information earlier, rescuers still didn't have the heavy equipment necessary to pull her out. The eruption of Nevado del Ruiz was devastating. This volcano, dormant for 69 years, had melted its snow cap, sending the mudslide down the Lake Unila River. It crushed the town of Armero, killing approximately 23,000 of its 28,000 residents. Other nearby areas suffered similarly, setting the death toll even higher. Photojournalist Frank Fournier faced criticism for capturing Omayra's agony. Many questioned his decision to shoot rather than save. Yet, He believed in the importance of showcasing her suffering. He said the picture highlights the lasting power of this little girl, adding, "I was lucky that I could act as a bridge to link people with her. It's the magic of the thing." He also felt it shone a light on the government's failure to act on warnings from scientists who foresaw this disaster. In the aftermath, Armero became a ghost town, which is a haunting reminder of nature's unforgiving power. Years later, Omayra's mother, Omayra Sanchez, reflected on her daughter. Maria remembered Omayra's dedication to her studies and how much she cherished her brother. As we remember Omayra Sanchez, we recognize not just a tragic loss, but her bravery and dignity in the face of unimaginable suffering that touched hearts around the world, making her a lasting symbol of the Armero tragedy. Remembering Omayra Sanchez Garzón, August 28, 1972, November 16, 1985, and the thousands of others who also perished.
This is Grim Jim, the Underteller. Please join us for more captivating tales of history, horrors, and haunts.